Hey everybody, I'm Brad Means.
And I'm Jenny Montgomery. Thanks so much for joining us.
Coverage you can count on begins in McDuffie County. A family torn after a young girl dies after she was in a crash with two other children.
Her older sister now faces felony charges, including vehicular homicide. News Channel 6's Renata Dubose tells us more about that day.
Brad, Jenny, a cousin, tells us she and other relatives want Delaney Paige Vanetten jailed. The 27-year-old faces charges of driving under the influence with three children, her sisters and her son, in that car. And one of them did not make it out of this alive.
We are all very angry.
A devastating story out of Deering. Leanne Doherty and her family came to News Channel 6 after the death of 5-year-old Avery Miles.
They called her a firecracker because she was spunky and full of life, and of course her red hair. And she loved her sister. They were like best friends. They were like everything to each other.
Doherty says Avery, her 7-year-old sister Braylee, and their 3-year-old nephew Raiden Vanetten were in the car with Delaney Paige Vanetten on October 11th. She told her sisters that they were all going to the laundromat, the store, and back home with her son. But a police report shows the 27-year-old lost control of the Nissan Frontier she was driving. Authorities say Vanetten was driving on Randall Road in Deering. She hit the shoulder of the road during a curve, crossed the center lane, and began spinning before hitting a tree and rolling over. A police report says none of the children were wearing seatbelts.
She was irresponsible. She decided to drink and have 5 empty liquor bottles in the car and not put them in a seatbelt, and even asked for them to go with her.
Avery was pulled from the car and rushed to Children's Hospital of Georgia. Family says she had several injuries, including major skull fracture and intestine damage. 9 days later, she died of brain damage.
We just want to make sure she actually, does time, because she basically is the reason that Avery is dead.
The family says Vanetten and the kids were 1 mile from their home when the crash happened. Along with felony vehicular homicide, Vanetten faces several other charges, including DUI, child endangerment for each kid and herself, open container and seatbelt violations, and failure to maintain lane. Jenny?